as I describe the failings of Boeing and other institutions in these United States, I have a sad story about the decline in our military. U.S. will remove Biden's $320 million Gaza pier because it's sinking. Disaster for president's floating aid dock as it's taken from beach for repairs after just 2 weeks. So it ripped apart, became unmoored, as they described it in the press, and started floating away. This is the pier that the Biden administration wanted to build in Gaza, which is the invasion, and it failed. So what we were talking about in the previous segment is basically you have these big jets, and people build them, engineers build them. There is a decay in capability and meritocracy at a fundamental level in this country that is affecting everything. It's why the Democrats are probably losing their minds and their system is falling apart. It's why everything seems to be getting crazier. And now and I don't know if it's a causation or correlation with DEI. It may be the causation of DEI, or it could be inverted. I don't know. But now you got the Biden administration sending out the army to build this big pier, and they screwed the whole thing up, and now it's sinking, so they're just taking it apart.
$1 trillion military-industrial complex can't build a pier or dock in Gaza. I mean, it's absolutely pathetic. I mean, all the money, the resources. I mean, it just goes to show that, we're a laughing stock. We've become a laughing stock. We're this declining empire, and you can't get a better visual than that. This dock just drifting away into the Mediterranean.
Wow.
To illustrate it. It's absolutely pathetic.
I mean, I'm so glad we spent $320 million on this instead of, a bridge in America,
right.
Something to fund a state, an educational effort, maybe something to, I don't know, encourage people to take up trade skills and potentially build better docks. Like, it's so ridiculous to me, and it's literally American money being washed away, and it doesn't benefit the American people.
It's absolute. Look at this photograph. It's just absolutely insane what they were building in Gaza. It's a beachhead to drop military gear and equipment.
And Lloyd Austin's like, no, we're not putting boots on the ground.
There's literally, look at the piers connected to the beach of Gaza. There's American boots on the ground, and now the whole thing broke. And oh man.
And who will be held accountable? I mean, who's the guy?
No one.
Yeah, exactly.
No one at all. There is no accountability at all. Well, I'm wondering, why is it that the U.S. military? Because the U.S. military usually achieves the goals that they set out, right? The political side of things is bad, but when you set the military to do stuff, they usually get things done. Historically, they've done some pretty damn incredible things, like the Berlin airlift. You're they look into that. It's pretty amazing what the military is capable of. I'm not sure who planned this, how they blew it, because I mean, they literally have to build a whole city when they invade a country. They build a whole city with all the stuff that you need to live, and this pier shouldn't be beyond the capability. So how this got blown, I don't know. It was a terrible idea in the first place, clearly, but
a lot of graft. I mean, look, even places like Iraq, all these, conflict zones we've been part of, there's tons of, it was a black hole. Money goes in, no results come out. They build a school, it gets blown up. They build it again, it gets blown up. It's, we always hear stories about this, with the contractors and all the people.
Yeah, but that's not how the
off.
Military, when it's U.S. military, usually, like I said, they historically, they're good at achieving goals.
Kinetically, they bomb X, kill Y, absolutely.
Yeah,
this kind of stuff, I could see, that the graft and the grifting and the corruption has started to seep in. And again, these are signs of a declining society, lower trust. This is when you start to get this third world style corruption and grifting and graft off the system. Everyone's pocketing and no one's actually doing their job. It's the end stage of a country.
Agreed.